Hope amid devastation. Islamic Jihad supports Hamas's response to Trump's Gaza plan. In a move that could signal a glimmer of hope for a war-torn region, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, a key ally of Hamas, has thrown its weight behind Hamas's response to a U.S. plan aimed at ending the conflict in Gaza. This development, coming on October 4, 2025, holds the potential to facilitate the release of Israeli hostages held by both groups, offering a rare moment of optimism in a conflict that has ravaged the lives of millions. But here's where it gets controversial. While many celebrate this as a step towards peace, others remain skeptical, fearing that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu might ultimately derail the process, as has been the case with previous ceasefire attempts. A complex web of agreements and tensions. Hamas, the Palestinian militant group governing Gaza, agreed to key components of U.S. President Donald Trump's plan, including a ceasefire, Israel's withdrawal, and the exchange of hostages and captives. This decision, endorsed by Islamic Jihad, has been met with mixed reactions. For some Gazans, like 32-year-old Saud Karnada, it's a lifeline. It saves those who are still alive. We are tired. I swear to God, we are tired. Yet, others, such as Jerusalem resident Jamal Shahada, express caution. What is important is that Netanyahu does not sabotage this. The human cost of conflict. The backdrop to this fragile agreement is a humanitarian crisis of staggering proportions. Over the past 2 years, Israeli strikes have reduced much of Gaza to rubble, displacing millions and triggering famine in parts of the enclave. The conflict, which began after Hamas's attack on Israel on October 7, 2023, has claimed over 66,000 lives in Gaza, mostly civilians, according to local health authorities. In Israel, the attack resulted in approximately 1,200 deaths and 251 hostages taken, with 48 still in captivity, 20 of whom are believed to be alive. Global reactions and domestic pressures. Trump's plan and Hamas's response have garnered international support, from Australia to India and Canada. Domestically, Netanyahu faces a delicate balancing act. On one side, there's mounting pressure from hostage families and a war-weary public to end the conflict. On the other, hardline members of his far-right coalition demand an unrelenting campaign in Gaza. This internal tension raises questions about Israel's commitment to the plan, especially after the Israeli military's Arabic spokesperson warned Gaza residents of ongoing dangers and urged them to avoid certain areas. A path to peace or another dead end? Trump, positioning himself as the sole broker of peace in Gaza, has staked significant political capital on this initiative. He believes Hamas is ready for a lasting peace, and has called on Israel to halt its bombing campaign immediately to ensure the safe return of hostages. However, the Israeli military's continued airstrikes, albeit less intense, and the lack of clarity on reducing military activity in Gaza, cast doubt on the plan's feasibility. Thought-provoking questions for our readers. As the world watches this unfolding drama, we invite you to reflect. Can Trump's plan truly bring peace to Gaza, or is it another temporary solution? How should the international community respond if Netanyahu's government appears to undermine the agreement? And most importantly, what role should global powers play in ensuring that this fragile hope doesn't fade into another cycle of violence? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's spark a meaningful discussion.